गुड मॉर्निंग एव्हरीबडी. बीकॉम भाग 2 मधील सर्व विद्यार्थ्यांचं आजच्या लेक्चरला स्वागत आहे. गेल्या वेळी आपण कंपोनंट्स ऑफ टाइम सिरीज त्याच्यामध्ये 4 कंपोनंट सेक्युलर ट्रेंड, सीजनल व्हेरिएशन्स, सायक्लिकल व्हेरिएशन्स, रॅन्डम किंवा इरेग्युलर व्हेरिएशन्स हे आपण क्रमाने पाहिलेलं आहे. त्याचे ग्राफ्स पण आपण करस्पॉन्डिंगली आपण पाहिलेले आहेत किंवा त्या फॅक्टरवरती कॉझिंग गोष्टी कुठल्या आहेत त्याही आपण पाहिलेले आहेत. सायक्लिकल व्हेरिएशनचा ग्राफ, त्यामध्ये प्रॉस्पेरिटी, रिसेशन, डिप्रेशन, रिकव्हरी या गोष्टी आपण पाहिलेल्या आहेत. शिवाय डिफरन्स बिटवीन सीजनल व्हेरिएशन्स आणि सायक्लिकल व्हेरिएशन्स हाही भाग पाहिलेला आहे. आणि त्यानंतर शेवटी आपल्याला कन्सेप्ट समजला की नाही याच्यासाठी काही चेक युअर प्रोग्रेस म्हणून 4 मल्टिपल चॉईस प्रश्न जे आहेत तेही आपण पाहिलेला आहे. आज आपण मॅथमॅटिकल मॉडेल फॉर टाइम सिरीज हा भाग पाहूया. टाइम सिरीज म्हणजे काय समजल्यानंतर त्याच्यावरती इफेक्ट करणारे कंपोनंट्स काय ते पाहिल्यानंतर मॅथमॅटिकल मॉडेल जे आहे ते टाइम सिरीजसाठी कसं फिट करायचं ते आपण या ठिकाणी आज पाहणार आहोत. द मेन पर्पज बिहाइंड द अनालिसिस ऑफ टाइम सिरीज इज टू अंडरस्टँड, इंटरप्रेट अँड आयसोलेट the effects of the forces influencing the time series. In order to study or to eliminate operating forces, analysis of time series calls for the decomposition of a time series. The following are the two models commonly used for the decomposition of time series into its components. त्यामध्ये 2 मॉडेल्स आहेत. एक ॲडिटिव्ह मॉडेल. According to additive model, the time series can be expressed as yt is equal to tt plus st plus ct plus it. yt म्हणजे काय? The time series value at time t. tt, st, ct and it याचा अर्थ काय? The trend, seasonal, cyclical and random variations at time t. In this model, st, ct and it are absolute quantities which can taken positive and negative values so that summation of st is equal to 0, summation of ct is equal to 0 and summation of it is equal to 0. In the long term period, an additive model assumes that all the 4 components of the time series operate independently of each other, so that none of these components has any effect on remaining 3. This implies that the trend, however fast or slow it may be, has no effect on the seasonal and cyclical variations, and conversely. However, this assumption is not true in most of the economic and business time series, where the 4 components of the time series are not independent of each other. For instance, the seasonal or cyclical variations may virtually be wiped off by very sharp rising or declining trend. Similarly, strong and powerful seasonal swings may intensify or even uh, precipitate a change in the cyclical variation. Whenever a change are by constant amount, additive model is illustration baga. Suppose the time series has a component trend tt is 300, cyclical variations st is 90, seasonal variation 90, cyclical variations ct is 20, irregular variation it is minus 50. At fixed point t, then under additive model yt is equal to tt, st, ct आणि it यांची बेरीज म्हणजे व्हॅल्यू ठेवून सबस्टिट्यूट करून जर सिम्प्लिफाय केला तर 390. Multiplicative model. According to multiplicative model, the time series can be expressed as yt is equal to या 4 component जे आहेत त्यांचा गुणाकार येणार tt into st into ct into it. This model assumes that the 4 components of time series are due to different causes, but they are not necessarily independent and they can affect each other. In this model, S, C, and I are not viewed as absolute amounts, but rather as relative variations. Except for the trend component T, the other components S, C, and I are expressed as rates or indices fluctuating above or below I, such that geometric means of all the ST values in a year, CT values in a cycle, or IT values in a long term period are UDT. Illustration बघा. Suppose a time series with multiplicative model has component trend TT is 500, seasonal variation ST is 1.3, cyclical variation CT is 1.2, and irregular variation IT is 0.9. At a certain time point t, then yt is equal to, according to multiplication model, it is 500 into 1.3 into 1.2 into 0.9 म्हणजे 702 असते. नंतर नोट विचारात घ्या. In additive model, the components are expressed in terms of actual absolute not relative values and yt is the algebraic sum of them. However, in multiplicative model, the components except train are in terms of relative values or rates or percentage of train. The trend is expressed in terms of actual value. Yt in this case is product of all components. Under the additive model, the algebraic sum of seasonal variations in a year is zero as per summation of s is equal to 0 per year. That of cycle variation per cycle is zero. That is summation of c is equal to 0 per cycle. In the long term, sum of irregular variations, summation of I is equal to 0. Multiplicative model can be converted to additive model if we take logarithm. मल्टिप्लिकेटिव्ह मॉडेल्स जर ॲडिटिव्ह मॉडेलमध्ये रूपांतर करायचं असेल तर आपण दोन्ही बाजूला लॉग घ्या. म्हणजे वाय टी इज इक्वल टू टी टी इंटू एस टी इंटू सी टी इंटू आय टी असेल तर लॉग ऑफ वाय टी बरोबर लॉग ऑफ टी टी प्लस लॉग ऑफ एस टी प्लस लॉग ऑफ सी टी प्लस लॉग ऑफ आय टी असेल. नोट बघा. Mix the model such as yt is equal to tt plus st plus ct plus it may also be designed. Then the measurement of train. The following are the four methods which are generally used for the study and measurement of train compound in a time series. Graphical method, progressive average method, method of semi-average, moving average method, curve fitting or the principle of least square method. हे जे चार पद्धती आहेत हे ट्रेंड मेजर करण्यासाठी वापरतात. त्यातली पहिली पद्धत ग्राफिकल मेथड. This is the simplest and most flexible method of estimating the secular trend where we plot yt against t on a graph paper and then draw smooth curve through these points so that it approximately gives a long-term tendency of the data. The smooth of the curve eliminates the other components, namely seasonal, cyclical, and random variations. In order to obtain proper trend line or curve, the following points may be borne in mind. It should be smooth. The number of points above the trend line or curve should be more or less equal to the number of points below it. The sum of vertical deviations of the given points above the trend line should be approximately equal to the sum of vertical lines of the points below the trend line so that the total positive deviations are more or less balanced against total negative deviations. The sum of the squares of the vertical deviations of the given points from the trend line of the curve is minimum possible. If the cycles are present in the data, then the trend lines should be so drawn that first it has equal number of cycles above and below it. It bisects these cycles so that the area of the cycles above and below the trend line are approximately same. The mirror the minor short-term fluctuations or abrupt and sudden variations may be ignored. Merits. It is very simple and time-saving method. ग्राफिकल मेथडनं पॉईंट्स ड्रॉ केल्यानंतर अशा पद्धतीने लाईन ड्रॉ करा. लाईनच्या वर जितके पॉईंट्स आहेत जवळपास तेवढेच पॉईंट्स खाली असावे. अंतर जे व्हर्टिकल ते सारखं असावं अशा पद्धतीने ही ट्रेन लाईन फिट केली. मेरिट्स पाहत असताना ग्राफिकल मेथड ही सिंपल आहे, टाइम सेव्हिंग आहे आणि याला काही मॅथमॅटिकल कॅल्क्युलेशन लागत नाही. इट इज व्हेरी फ्लेक्झिबल method in the sense that it can be used to describe all types of trend, linear as well as non-linear. Demerits. The strongest demerit of this method is that it is highly subjective in nature. The trend curve or obtained will very much depends on the personal bias and judgment of the investigator. handling the data. Consequently, different persons will obtain different trend curves for the same set of data. त्या ठिकाणी प्रत्येक जण आपापल्या पद्धतीने ट्रेंड लाईन काढल्यानंतर वेगवेगळ्या ट्रेंड लाईन एकाच डाटासाठी येऊ शकतो, हा त्याचा डेमेरिट आहे. Because of the subjective nature of the freehand trend curve, will be inaccurate to use it for the forecasting or making predictions. Then the progressive average method. Progressive average, these are the cumulative averages, that is an average obtained by dividing a cumulative sum by the number of atoms which make this sum. That is progressive average is equal to summation over t is equal to 1 to k by t, or k is equal to 1 to and so on. If the time series values are y1, y2 and so on, the progressive averages for the first period is y1, for the second period is y1 plus y2 by 2, for the third period is y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3, and so on. Thus, to calculate the progressive average, we calculate cumulative sum successively and divide the sum by 1, 2, 3 respectively. Though it is useful to study the trend during the early stages of an industry and business, it suffers from the defect that these figures are not suitable as the industry grows up. Hence, progressive average method should be discontinued as soon as it is not suitable. Okay? Merits बघा. This method is simple to understand as compared to other method of measuring the circular trend. Everyone who applies this method will get the same result. Demerits, the methods assuming the straight line relationship between the plotted points without considering the fact whether that relationship exists or not. If we add more data to the original data, then we have to do complete process again for the new data to get trend values, and the trend line in also changes. Data बदलला की तर progressive averages fit a trend line by the method of CV averages for the given data. Example आपण बघूया. टेबल आहे, इयरच्या समोर 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 असे आहेत. प्रोडक्शन आहेत करस्पॉन्डिंग 115, 125, 130, 110, 122, 146 असं आहे. ओके, सिन्स द नंबर ऑफ इयर्स इज ऑड, म्हणजे किती आहेत, 7 आहेत, वी विल लीव द मिडल इयर production value and obtain average of first 3 years and last 3 years. 2005, 6, 7 बघा, त्यांची करस्पॉन्डिंग या व्हॅल्यूज आहेत. मधली व्हॅल्यू लेफ्ट केलेली आहे, त्यामुळे पहिल्या 3ची बेरीज भागिले 3 केलेली आहे आणि यात सेंटरला मांडलेलं आहे. नंतरच्या 3ची बेरीज करून त्याला 3 डिवाइड करून इथे मांडलेलं आहे. 2 पॉईंट अशा पद्धतीने ग्राफ लाइन वरती करून ही ट्रेंड लाइन फिट केली आहे. The future values can be predicted. The trend values obtained by this method and predicted values are not precise. Moving average method. The moving averages is characterized by a constant known as period or extent of moving average. Thus, the moving average of period M is a series of successive averages of m overlapping values at a time, starting with first, second, third value and so on. Thus, for the time series values y1, y2, so on, yn, for different time periods, the moving averages values of period m are given by first moving average y1, y2, ym. पहिल्या m व्हॅल्यूची बेरीज भागिले m. सेकंड मूविंग एव्हरेज y2 पासून m व्हॅल्यूज भागिले m. थर्ड मूविंग एव्हरेज y3 पासून m व्हॅल्यूज भागिले m. आता दोन केसेस येतात ज्यावेळेला m म्हणजे पिरियड ऑड असताना आणि m इवन असताना. इफ द पिरियड m of the moving average is odd, then the successive values of the moving averages are placed against the middle value of the corresponding time interval. For example, if m is equal to 5, the first moving average value is placed against the middle value, middle period, that is third. The second moving average value is placed against the time period 4 and so on. When period is m is even, If the period m of the moving average is even, then there are two middle periods and the moving averages are placed in between the two middle periods of the time interval it covers. Obviously, in this case, the moving average values will not coincide with the period of the given time series, and an attempt is made to coincide them with the original data by taking 2 point the moving averages and placing them in between the corresponding time periods. This technique is called centering and the corresponding moving averages are called centered moving averages. म्हणजे ज्यावेळेला पिरियड इव्हन असतो त्यावेळेला एक्झॅक्ट सेंटर तुम्हाला सापडत नाही, त्यामुळे सुरुवातीला त्या दोन्ही व्हॅल्यूच्या मध्ये ती व्हॅल्यू लिहा, नंतर दोन्ही दोन्हींचं मर्जिंग करून ॲव्हरेज काढून तुम्ही सेंट्रल व्हॅल्यूला तुम्ही ती लिहू शकता. अशा पद्धतीच्या मुव्हिंग ॲव्हरेजला सेंट्रल मुव्हिंग ॲव्हरेज. Merits and demerits of moving averages. Merits baga. The moving averages method is simple to understand and easy to complete. The moving average method is not subjective, however, period of moving average is subjective. A proper choice of period can be remove seasonal cyclical fluctuations completely. The moving averages method is flexible in the sense that if few more observations are added to the series, the moving averages obtained earlier remain the same. The demerits baga. The moving averages method cannot provide trend values for some initial and last points of the time. The moving average method cannot be used for forecasting purpose. The moving average method estimates the trend fairly well only if the trend is linear and the ups and downs in the time series are periodic. Okay. Thank you.